it up. Tough landing.
Man, I think she hit the back of her head hard first.
I think you're right.
Toni Storm.
Oh, my God.
With Riho over the back into a DDT. Toni Storm retains.
Winner of this match, and still.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. Let's talk about the AEW Women's Championship, bro. So Toni Storm was with Luther ringside, and Riho was her opponent. And Riho is someone that we all like to see. But the only con with her is that she goes back and forth between the U.S. and Japan, and so we don't really get a chance to see her in AEW consistently full time. Now, I do think that, for Toni, this is a good opponent for her inside the ring. Lead-up wise, build-up wise, it wasn't like one of those matches where it was like, one of those feuds where it was like, oh, this is cutting edge stuff. It wasn't really like that. But I knew as a match it was going to deliver. Like, just separately as a match it was going to deliver because Riho's so good in the ring. And so I also think that this might have been Toni Storm's best match since he's been the timeless character. Definitely I think it's her best showing so far. I think what it is that they put everything together. The balance between the antics that she does, which are hilarious. She's so entertaining, bro. That they put it all together to give you something serious at the same time. While they're giving you the antics, they found the balance where they're able to make sure Toni Storm, who's a really good fucking wrestler, because we know that from those of us that's been watching Toni Storm, going back to her NXT days, she's so fucking good in the ring, but she's also been wrestling for a long time since she was like a teenager. And so I really think that has a lot to do with it. And so we just know that, she's really good, man. She's really good. She's really good. So when they put it all together, you get a crisp fucking match like this one. So, but yeah, I definitely like this match, man. I like this match. I definitely thought it was Toni's best showing as the timeless character here. She's been putting in good work all year, though. Her match at Full Gear was really good too. That was a classic. It was more antics driven though. Like, the only thing that was missing, it was some of the chain wrestling, some of the stuff that we should see in the Toni Storm match you weren't seeing, but it was still really good. I still like the way that one was actually booked though. It was very entertaining. But let's go over how this match was, man. So Storm had some athletic tape on her left shoulder. Storm performed an early body slam and went for the cover, but Riho slipped out from under her. Riho went for a body slam of her own, but Storm didn't budge. Riho threw a pair of drop kicks instead and followed up with a knee strike in the corner. Riho bulldogged Storm and covered her, but Storm kicked out before the 1 count. Riho kicked Storm, who ducked out to ringside. Riho dove off the apron and was caught by Luther, who passed her onto Toni Storm, who then body slammed her onto the floor. Kicked out before the 1 count. Riho kicked Storm, who ducked out to the ringside. Riho dove off the apron and was caught by Luther, who passed her to Storm, who then body slammed her on the floor. Storm brought Riho back inside the ring and covered her for a 2 count. Riho's sold back pain, which Storm exploited by targeting her lower back, and then walking on it. A Toni chant actually broke out. The New York crowd, I noticed that at Grand Slam, they love her. They love us some Toni Storm. But Toni Storm gets love from everywhere. She was getting love in LA at Full Gear from what I remember too. Schiavone joked that he knew the fans were into him on Long Island. Storm put Riho in the Texas Cloverleaf. Riho reached for the ropes. Luther pulled the bottom rope back for the referee, right? Referee Rick Knox caught Luther and ejected him from the ringside. I'm trying to remember, is this the second time he's gotten booted out? In the Toni Storm match? I think it was. I can't remember, though. Riho battled back with a series of back elbow strikes and then hit Storm with her version of the 619. Riho went up top. I like her 619. It's better than Dom's. Went up top and executed a crossbody block. Storm popped up. Riho picked up Storm and dropped her before selling her lower back. Then covered Storm for a 2 count. A short time later, Storm hit Storm zero and went for the pin. Riho stared at the referee and kicked out at the last moment. Riho picked up a couple of quick 2 counts. Riho went to the middle rope and was pulled out violently by Storm, who then pulled Riho over the back and then dropped her into a DDT that led to a 3 count. So Riho loses her shot at the AEW Women's title in about 11 minutes and 40 seconds. So that was all she wrote for Riho, as Toni Storm, timeless Toni Storm, retains the AEW Women's Championship. Right decision here. Even if Riho had stayed, I still would have thought this was the right decision. I think timeless Toni Storm is on her A game right now. You can't pull that title away from her, man. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even pull it off of her. I don't care who she faces at Revolution. I won't pull it off her then. I think it's got to be sometime later in the year. I will probably go all the way into all in. I will go all the way into all in and have her lose it there. But I got a feeling Tony Khan's going to make her lose it before then. Because remember, she's on this race with Hikaru Shida for the title reigns. So that he probably wants to get started on the 4th title reign for the both of them at some point. So I don't think he's going. I don't know. We'll see how they build up the Revolution match, but. After the match, Mariah May walked to ringside. She was carrying a bucket, and it looked like she was going to do something to Toni, though. At first, I was like, what she got in that bucket? Because there was no champagne, like they were saying, like they thought it was going to be in there. It was some rose petals that she had, and she was just basically showering Storm over with it. And I just love Toni Storm's theme song, by the way. I think it was you, John Drake, or Predator Kingdom, one of you guys, man, or Kawhi 2019. You guys are talking about Ariana Grace's theme song. It sounds like a 70s or early 80s beauty pageant or something like that. And I like that about Toni Storm. Toni Storm's got that like old-fashioned Hollywood music. And it's perfect, especially when it goes into black and white. I mean, it's just, I talked about it at Full Gear. Y'all want to go back to my Full Gear video where I talked about, I might link that at the end of the video, man. But I just love it, man. Everything about Toni Storm is perfect right now, man. She's really tapped. She's really tapped to the character, and she's putting this women's division on her back too. That's the other thing. She's putting this women's division. She's putting in great work, and she's putting this women's division on her back. The interesting thing now is who's her next opponent. That's going to be interesting because I don't know who it's going to be right now. I couldn't even tell y'all who it's going to be. I think whenever Jamie Hayter, this is why I said if she could keep it all the way to All In, it should be her and Jamie Hayter at All In. The 2 English girls. Well, Toni Storm, technically, she's from New Zealand and Australia, but she did wrestle there in England when she was a teenager, so with Blair Davenport and people like that, so she, technically, you can say she's from England a little bit, but I think having her and Hayter go at it, and then having Hayter win at All In to get the title, I think that'd be perfect, bro. We'll see what they do with that, man. We'll see how they book that match. Let me get y'all thoughts on this, man. We're gonna go over the Julia Hart versus Abaddon match next. Also, I'm trying to see because I think this match, I had to watch it a second time. I think this match might be in my top 20 women's matches of the year. Y'all know I'm making this video probably a little bit, now that we're in 2024, sometime maybe before WrestleMania, maybe even after. I got to figure out when I'm going to have time to actually make that video, but it's the top matches of 2023 for the women's wrestling in the United States. TNA, WWE, NXT, TNA, you know, we'll see how that's going to go. And I think I'm going to add ROH because, I still need to upload that fucking match between Billy Starks and Athena. I still got to upload that. I did the audio for that. The recorder for that. I got to put that up, bro. So Be on the lookout for that, because I'm still going to put that up, bro. Be on the lookout for that review on this channel, man. But go ahead and give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. After News to Light.